I love cold brew so much that I figured we'd start a show about it, talking over a cold brew, maybe a cold brew conversation. And it was brought to my attention that the first Wednesday of October is National Have a Cup of Coffee with a Cop Day. So I figured, why not have one of my old cop buddies on our first conversation? Rich Alvarez.
Hey, Greg,
How are
what's
you,
up?
my man?
I'm good. How are you, man?
Cheers.
Cheers.
How are you doing? I like your face.
Oh, thanks. I like yours too. Although that sounds kind of homoerotic. But
A little bit. Is that why your face is red?
no, it's always red.
I have that effect on men. It's okay, bud.
Yes, you make me blush. So what's going on, brother?
So I didn't know if you knew that the first Wednesday of October was National Have a Cup of Coffee with a Cop Day.
I did not know that. Although I think I have heard it before. I did not know the date.
When you were a cop, maybe you can tell us a little bit about yourself first.
Sure.
So tell us about you. Who are you?
My name's Rich Alvarez. I'm the CEO and founder of the Peacekeeper Initiative. I'm also a former corrections officer, EMT, and police officer from the Cleveland, Ohio area.
Well, real quick, what's an elevator pitch on Peacekeeper Initiative?
Sure.
What is it?
We help first responders with PTSD and other behavioral health issues through peer mentoring and wellness activities, things like fishing and scuba diving and yoga and Tai Chi, things that people can, blow off some stress and foster a conversation with each other. So they can, you want somebody that's been there before. That's who you're going to trust.
PTSD is a real issue, and so is cold brew coffee. So do you think that maybe there's something to that? Have a cup of coffee with a cup.
Absolutely. I think the idea behind that is to foster a relationship between the police and the community. Something that seems to be struggling a little bit today. But I was a community police officer for a while, and I actually enjoyed that very much. I was on a bicycle patrol and all that, and you get out amongst the people and just chat, and you both realize that you're human beings, wake up and put on your pants the same way every morning, and I think it helps.
I put on my pants, I jump into them.
You do? Well, that's because you're a superhero.
Oh,
or maybe a firefighter. You know how they jump into their turnout gear?
No, I'll set them on the side of the bed and then I'll do like this hop into them. It fails every time and I end up putting them on one leg at a time. I just try to be the millennial and have to be different with everything. So
yep.
Just that's why we drink cold brew. So but I think there's something to that. It's like, what are some things that you used to do? Because when you say that you were a bicycle cop, I just picture kind of like Officer Dangle, I would love to see you in some short shorts out there.
Yeah,
but what's some things that you would do to connect with the community, as a cop, former cop?
Sure.
What are some things you would do?
Well, we worked a lot of special events, so we got to hang out down in the flats in Cleveland, look at the pretty girls going by, and foster some conversations that way. We did this around the time of the World Series with the Cleveland Indians too. So we were out, the town was electric at that time. And
the Jake.
Yeah. So they got to, I got to watch it from the gates on the outside, but the people were a lot of fun. People were having a great time. The other thing is it's great for sneaking up on people. They never think you're coming up on a bicycle. So if they're out there dealing drugs or something, they're like, oh my God.
It's like I thought it was Halloween. What's up, Dangle?
Yeah, it's the last thing they expect, actually. So But
Did you have a
since I'm
siren on the front of your handlebars?
no, but since I'm fat and slow, it helped me catch people, which I usually wasn't very good at catching people before. So
We don't say fat and slow, Rich. We just say horizontally challenged.
yes,
The horizon's a challenge.
exactly. So yeah, I'm one of the slowest human beings on the face of the earth. So like I'm the opposite of Usain Bolt. But we used to patronize a lot of the local restaurants and stuff like that, and hang out and drink some coffee and chat. You just got to know the people, and what that does really is not only does it foster a relationship and trust, but when it comes time to find a witness to a crime and stuff like that, they're more likely to talk to you because they know you.
Even if you're not doing anything wrong, you just feel like you are. And I've had that feeling before, so it's like when I go on runs with Xavier, there's a police officer at the end of the neighborhood sometimes. He
Right.
started rolling his window down, so I just started saying, "Hi, I'm Greg." There was one time I was driving, I was leaving my apartment complex. It was probably like 10 years ago. It was Christmas Eve. And there was this cop that was patrolling my apartment complex, and I felt really bad. It's like, this sucks. You got to work on Christmas Eve. So yeah, but I mean, I was in a compromising situation, but it was very imperative that,
Shocker.
well, I mean, it probably wasn't the smartest thing I could have done in my life, but I did it anyway because I felt like it was the right thing to do. I went to Starbucks, and of course I got my cold brew. It was awesome. But I got a $10 gift card, and then I went back to my apartment complex, and then driving fast through my apartment complex because I wanted to find a cop who does that. And I flag him down. I finally see him, and I start like flashing him. Like, so he pulls up next to me, roll our windows down, and he's like, "There's something wrong." I'm like, "I got you a gift card to Starbucks." And and he just like looks at me like this. Why? And I didn't know how to answer that. I was like, well, it sucks you got work on Christmas Eve, and I figured you wouldn't take an open container from me. So
you just yeah, I guess that's a great thing, man. That should they don't get enough gratitude, when you're a cop. A lot of or most of your interactions with the public tend to be negative, because you're responding to a crime. Like everybody wants to see the firemen show up when you got a fire or whatever.
yeah,
Nobody wants to see the cops show up when something's going on. So unless you're a victim, of course.
No, that's where it's like I like to see like the cool stories, like the community police officers that go out there and like actually try to connect, and because I feel like that might deter a few things.
Sure. And like I said, it leads to people actually coming forward when you're looking for a witness to a crime. Whereas a lot of times, and especially, in certain neighborhoods where there's not as much trust, or there's fear of gang reprisals, stuff like that, they're not going to talk to the police.
Right. And that's the thing too. It's like, that's why I like that we love this coffee thing, because we try to make things relatable, and just about everything can connect back to coffee somehow.
Sure.
So
Cops love coffee, right?
I'm not one to always believe stereotypes, Richard.
Well, we do.
How much? Scale 1 to 10. Coffee meter.
Oh, I couldn't get up in the morning without it. So got to be up there on an 8 or 9 level.
Well, if you're a cold brew fanatic like me, and you're in love with coffee to the point where you like spend this much time making a podcast about it, I would say it's like an 11.
Probably. I know you, man. I'm amazed that your heart hasn't exploded yet with as much coffee as you drink during the day.
Say what? Who says it hasn't? No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean, it's like maybe 120 ounces of cold brew freedom is too much, or maybe not enough, bro. You know how productive I am? If you
That's
think
true.
about it, it's like I get to live like 4 extra years more than everyone else just because I'm that awake. I don't miss anything. At the end of the day, coffee, if I think, James, can you hit me with a random coffee statistic?
Cold brew is an alternative for sensitive stomachs like Greg.
He's just sensitive all the way around. So
Got kind of sensitive bowels,
yeah.
I'm a 2-3 day kind of guy, so
We didn't need to know that.
we needed to know context on why I love cold brew so much. Do you want to be regular? Drink cold brew.
Well, that doesn't explain you, though.
No, that's the thing. The whole point of the coffee thing is it brings us all together. Like, doesn't matter. If you drink cold brew, you'll be more like your neighbor that you might not know about, and you have something to talk about over a cold brew conversation.
Well, coffee's always been a thing that people talk over. So,
well, Rich, thanks for joining me on this cold brew conversation. I got my empty cup. That's how we know it's the end. And I can't wait till the next time, buddy.